All right, let's talk about the fifth inning. 2 out. Was the bases loaded? 2 on. Sorry, 2 out, 2 on. Bryson Stott hits a ground ball.
Oh, this is the Vladdy play.
The Vladdy play. Bryson Stott hits a ground ball. Now, Santiago Espinal kind of double clutch. It doesn't handle it smoothly. The throw bounces past Vladdy. Now, it's an error in Espinal, which, I mean, the way
it's big leagues, it should be.
It's a big league.
Hit him in the chest.
Yeah, exactly. However, and 2 runs score.
Mm-hmm.
However, you made the point as someone who played first base.
I've made this point quite a bit.
You've made it.
Remember to say that.
Yeah,
I have made this for a very long time.
You've made it quite a bit.
Yes, I have.
But that play for a first baseman can be made in such a way that the ball doesn't bounce.
Easy.
That he picks it out of the air.
10 times out of 10, you should catch that in the air, especially now that the bases are bigger. I'm not going to hammer this thing.
No, but it was a big play of the game.
This dude won a Gold Glove. Like I'm not going to hammer this thing, and obviously him running over and sticking his foot in the middle of the bag is something that they're married to. Because if they were not, he would not be doing it all the time. Like they're okay with him.
I don't get how a team
being able to do that. And
I don't get how a team that's got Don Mattingly sitting in the dugout, who is one of the best one of the best defensive first basemen I've seen in a long time. I don't understand how time and again, and in fairness to you, and again, I'm not turning this into Hammer and Vladdy, but you've pointed this out. There are plays that are close that shouldn't be all that close
Absolutely.
either.
Because of the bases.
Because Vladdy, for whatever reason, goes to the middle of the bag.
Oh, I know why. It's very comfortable for him, and he doesn't have to think about it. That's sort of been his issue all year offensively, is he's had to overthink it. Like he's thinking way too much other than I got a good little area where it's basically thigh high from the inside part of the plate to the outside part of the plate. Everywhere else I have trouble with. Until 2 strikes, I'm looking for that little zone. He has trouble just simplifying it enough just to look right there, and his season sort of has looked the way it's looked. Defensively, it's easy. I run over, I stick my foot in the middle of the bag, I stretch to wherever it feels comfortable, I need to stretch. A lot of the times, you don't even stretch towards where the ball is coming from. And a lot of that is because of his momentum and where he starts his foot. Footwork around the bag is real simple. I should probably do an Instagram thing on this. So everybody, every time I talk about this, I'm not sure people understand it. I'll say this. Right. Lyle Overbay was the best at using his feet around the first base bag of anybody that I've ever seen. JT Snow might be another guy. Like it just looks soft, and every play that he should be making, he made because of the way his feet were around the bag. Go on wherever, YouTube, whatever, and type in Lyle Overbay first base and watch the way he uses his feet around the bag. Watch how he runs over and sets up, and he doesn't get stationary where that sort of puts a bind on everything from the waist up. That's basically what that does is when I run over and stick my heel on the middle of the bag and I need to stretch in one way or the other, it puts a bind on everything from my waist up, and I have a tough time of maximizing how far I can stretch. It's basically real simple. People are watching me on TV. This is a base. If I'm going to run over and I'm the first baseman. Balls hit the shortstop. So you got the third baseman, you got the shortstop, you got the second baseman, and I'm the first baseman. Balls hit to Santiago Espinal, which is the third baseman right here. This is the bag. Everybody can see me on TV right here. This is the bag. I'm not going to run over and put my foot right here because the play's coming from right here. Why would I do that? What if he makes a bad throw and I need to stretch? I can't stretch as far if my foot's here, but I can if I run over and put both feet in front of that base, and then wherever the ball goes, my feet will adjust to that point, right? So he is a left-handed catcher. It will always be his right foot. Right foot. Is that the way? Yeah. Because I was a right-handed catcher because I was left-handed. It was always my left foot. So I'm always using my left foot, but I want to maximize that. And the only way you can do that is to be real free and easy with your feet. Don't be stationary. And when he gets stationary, it looked like it looked last night. That ball should always 10 times out of 10 be caught in the air. It should never bounce, ever. Now, Santiago Espinal is a big league infielder. He should always throw that ball somewhere where he can catch it in the air. Just so happens he didn't. He's a human being. So occasionally, right? That's why every good infield coach always tells the first baseman, no matter what, expect the bad throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's why getting an athletic position, right? And that's why your feet are so important.
Cecil Cooper
on
told
how,
you that, right? Always anticipate a bad
He used to hammer that till I just got tired of hearing it. Like, I heard you for the 1,000th time, but there was a reason why he continued to tell. So you would run over, and again, I'm going to do this on Instagram so people will see this. But again, go to Lyle Overbay. Type in Lyle Overbay, first baseman, and watch how he does that around the bag. And again, it's very hard for me to be hard on Vladdy because
we're not being hard, but that was
a Gold Glove first baseman.
That was a significant
how he
play.
Feels comfortable.
That was a significant play, and we've talked about this team. There is no whatever margin for error this team has exists in their hitting. They have to pitch well, which
make the plays when they're supposed to.
And they got to make the plays when they're supposed to make them, which by and large they have done. And I just found it interesting. I found that play interesting because we're talking a matter of inches. We're talking a matter of inches, but that just shows you, and I like when things like that happen because I've got someone here who's played the position. I like people understanding. People always talk about it's a game of inches. They're not talking about inches in terms of foul balls. There are very, very fine margins to that play. And that was the first thing I thought of when I saw the play last night. Again, yes, Santiago Espinal, he's going to be charged with the error. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking to myself, that play's got to be made. Sometimes you got to rescue your guy.
Basically, two things. He's very stationary and he's stretching with the wrong foot on the bag. It's real simple. Again, you're a first baseman who catches the ball with your left hand. You will always be stretching with your right foot, not your left foot. He runs over, puts his left foot in the middle of the bag, and then it's sort of stretching to where he wants to go, and he doesn't maximize that. Again, it's comfortable for him. That's why he's doing it. But to maximize plays and make it easier for him to almost always catch the ball in the air, stretch with the right foot, use the angles that are given to you on a bigger base. If you can do that, because he has soft hands, he has an elite arm, like he can pick the ball. That's with the soft hands. But I will say this, if he is in a more athletic position and uses his feet better, those plays that we are watching on TV and we watch at the Rogers Center, he will be making those because he's a really good athlete. Super easy, and you won't be thinking twice about it.
All right, let's talk about.
I hope I wasn't too hard on him there because I'm not trying to be.
No, but
we've been hard on Vladdy a lot.
It was a play that wasn't. It was a play that wasn't made, and it was a play that cost 2 runs.
I think
it's an important part of the game. I think it cost them the game.
I think it's an easy fix, but he's done it a long time, and it's second nature to him.